I feel like I'm literally always wearing gray, like gray or black. Hey guys! So today I am filming a storytime video. You guys are obsessed with these videos. You guys tell me every time I make one, make more, make more, make more. And I'm like, girls, like, slow down. Like, you don't think that this is enough? Apparently not. Today I am doing a video about when I got my rabbit, Daisy. And I just did a storytime video about when she had babies, so go watch that if you haven't, because it's very exciting and there's cute bunny pictures and it's really cute. So this is a video about when I got Daisy, my rabbit, and everything that happened. It was insane, and yeah, it just was crazy. So last fall, I want to say, I'm not 100% sure, it might be a lie, my boyfriend and I went to a few towns over. I don't want to name the town. We went a few towns over and we were just shopping. I can't remember what we were there for. I think we went out for dinner or something. I can't really remember. I think we got Arby's. I don't know if that was the goal of the trip, but I know we had Arby's and it was delicious. We went shopping in the local mall and we ended up in a pet store because every time we go to a mall or anywhere there's a pet store, we have to go and look at the animals because my boyfriend and I are obsessed with animals. Like, we love any kind of animal. We want to touch it, we want to kiss it, we want to cuddle it, we want to take it home, which we try not to anymore, but that's usually what we do on our fun time together, is we go to pet stores because we just love it. And this particular occasion, I can't remember what animals we had at that point. I know we had a turtle, if not two turtles, fish obviously, and I had Dexter at that time, and that was it. We only had Dexter. And I did want to get, if we were going to get another rabbit, I wanted to get a girl because we just wanted him to have company. I just felt so bad. I was busy with work and I wanted him to have somebody to entertain him and just be with him and cuddle with him. So it kind of made me sad, and I was definitely considering getting another rabbit, but not at that time at all. Like, that's not how I wanted it to go. But things always work out in the best way possible. I feel like in my life, every time something happens, something doesn't work out, something always happens that's good that comes out of it. This was one of those occasions after all the nightmare. I cannot remember the pet store. If I knew what the pet store was called, I would name it because I have no shame. I am completely horrified of what happened, and it shouldn't have gone down this way at all, and I just cannot believe that it happened to me. We went into this pet store and we were looking around, and they had like hamsters, and I think they had snakes. If you guys don't know, I have a phobia, and that is snakes. Animal phobia, at least, is snakes. I have other phobias, but my hugest phobia in the entire world that is literally paralyzing to me is snakes. If I ever go to a pet store, I have to like figure out where the reptile section is, because if I, and you guys are gonna laugh at me, but literally if I see a snake, I will faint. It's not funny, like it's real life. Like, that's how bad my phobia is. I will fall to the ground of terror. So yeah. So we went to the pet store, we're walking around, and they had one rabbit in a fish tank in the middle of the store. And it was so cute. It was Daisy. Hint, like, foreshadowing. I was like, oh, there's a bunny, and my boyfriend was like, I need that rabbit. And I'm like, no, we're not getting a rabbit. Like, there's no way. We already have Dexter. We don't need another rabbit. And you don't even know if it's a girl, because I had talked about wanting to get a girl. And I was like, no, you're not getting this rabbit. Somehow he talked me into it, and we left with a rabbit. Somehow we ended up leaving with this rabbit. So we drive home, and as we're driving home, I can hear the rabbit making like weird noises. And I was like, I think the rabbit's sneezing. And it's late at night. The mall was closing at that time. So it's not like we could just go back. Like, there was no going back. I wasn't that concerned at that moment, but I was like, I think this rabbit is sneezing, but I'm not sure. So we go home. That night, we discover there's something wrong with the rabbit. Like, it's sick or something. It's sneezing. It's got like a mucus in its nose, like boogers in its nose, and it's sneezing, and it's like wiping its mouth all the time, wiping its nose all the time, and sneezing. And I'm like, this rabbit is sick. Like, what the hell? Nobody told us when we bought this rabbit that this rabbit was sick. Nobody told us anything. And my mind was blown. I'm like, we just bought a sick rabbit. I felt so bad for this rabbit because it was in a fish tank with tons of sawdust, which isn't good for its nose anyways, but when it's sick and it's surrounded by it, it's probably like not good. So I felt so bad for this rabbit. I was like, this is bullshit. Like, I was so mad. So the next day I went on their Facebook and wrote a review on their Facebook, and I was very upset. I said I bought a sick rabbit from the store. Nobody told me this rabbit was sick, and they don't know what they're talking about there. Like, I was very upset. So I wrote a review on the Facebook page. I ended up getting I don't know if it was a message or a comment back saying, call the manager and we can figure something out. So I called the store and I said, I bought a rabbit from you guys. It's sick and this is BS. Like, I bought a sick rabbit. Nobody told me this rabbit was sick when I bought it, and I don't know what to do. I'm not going to take this rabbit to the vet now. I'm not going to pay for its vet bills because you guys sold me a sick rabbit. So the girl on the phone said, oh, I'll call the manager and I'll call you back and tell you like what we can do for you. So I'm like, okay, whatever. She called me back, I want to say like an hour later, and told me, oh, we have medicine that we can give you for the rabbit. Okay, I have to, like, what? I thought I was gonna get like some sort of refund. I didn't want them to take the rabbit back. Like, at that point I was like, no, I don't want this sick ass store like taking this rabbit back, because they're not even gonna take it to the vet to get, like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no responsibility in the pet store where they were gonna help this rabbit. So I was like, no, obviously I need to keep this rabbit and take care of it because you guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. So she said, oh, we can give you some medicine if you come in. Yeah, just come in and we'll give you some medicine. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. That night we decided we're gonna drive back all the way to this other town, which is like over an hour away, and it's a long drive for us. And you know, we're young, we don't have tons of money for gas and stuff like that. So this was like a pain in the ass for us to have to drive all the way down there. We don't go there very often, so it was really annoying. We drove back to the store, the pet store, and went in and said, we're here for the medicine. We were told that we were gonna come here and pick up medicine for a rabbit. And she said, okay, hold on, I have to talk to the manager. So she comes back from talking to the manager. She grabs the box of medicine, brings it to the counter, and she's standing there, and I'm standing there, and she goes, okay, it's gonna be $20. What? I'm not paying for medicine. You sold me a sick rabbit. This doesn't make any sense at all. Like, what are you talking about? So I said to her, no, I'm not paying for this. You sold me a sick rabbit. It's not happening. Like, what are you thinking? So she's like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna call the manager again. So she calls the manager, she comes back, and she hands me a packet this big with medicine in it. That's like a fucking sample size pack of medicine for like 3 days worth of medicine. And she's like, oh, this is what he told me to give you. Seriously? I just drove all this fucking way so you can give me 3 days worth of medicine that isn't gonna do shit. Are you fucking serious? You should be giving me this $20 medicine for free because you sold me a sick rabbit. And I should be getting my money back for the rabbit because it's fucking sick. My boyfriend was looking at stuff to buy for rabbits or turtles or something. He wanted to get stuff from there, and I said, no, you're not buying anything. There's no fucking way I'm gonna let you buy anything from the store. You're not giving them your money. I'm not giving them our money. It's not happening. Like, there's no, you can buy it somewhere else. I would rather drive another 20 minutes somewhere else than pay for anything here. Like, furious. I can't even tell you. I went home, I gave the bunny the medicine for the 3 days. It didn't do anything, like literally nothing. I didn't know what to do, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna wait a week or two and see if this blows over, because it's a cold. People get colds, it's okay, it's not gonna kill you. And if it gets worse within those 2 weeks, then I'll take her to the vet because I don't know what else to do. And her sneeze actually ended up going away. Her snot situation ended up going away. But I will not buy from a pet store anymore. At that time I didn't want to buy from a pet store, and that was one of the reasons why I said no, let's not buy a rabbit here, because I'd rather adopt one. But that was not my choice, that was his choice. So if you guys are going to be like, oh, you shouldn't buy from the pet store, blah blah blah, I know you shouldn't buy from the pet store. It was not my choice. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So anyways, now we have a beautiful family of bunnies, and it ended up being a great thing. And when we first got her, I wasn't really happy that we got her, and I didn't really want not anything to do with her, but she wasn't my rabbit at that time, and now she's like my baby, and my boyfriend has nothing to do with her. She's mine. That's what happened to me. I hope you guys liked my story time, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.